Karen, you're a trip girl. Hey, Arlene. Did you see Draws telling her to take her in? No, I was getting ready. What was going on? Well, Trash Panda, look who the cat brought in. I know you've been bad, girl. I got screenshots from anybody and everybody you can think of.
Trouble.
They were like, she's over there making nicey nice. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can go wherever you want. As long as you're not talking shit about us.
I was like, why isn't our account coming? It's my troll account. Let me switch it back over to my other account.
What are you guys up to?
Look.
Yeah, I know. That one is the one when he goes to troll Joel Osteen. Hey, Megan.
Joel Osteen.
Whatever his name is.
Not
Remember when
Osteen.
Katie got kicked off the platform of Twitter for harassing Joel Osteen?
There's this one guy, and he's a Dodgers fan. His name is like Damon McLean. If you ever are on Instagram, he's a mega Dodgers fan. He has these list of Astros players that have blocked him because he goes after him for stealing signs.
Trolls him? No. Hey, Megan. No, Trash Panda, I don't think Sean saw. It was just me that saw. You know how it is. People take screenshots and send them, and I can't. I don't know. I don't know the pretense of what it was about. It was like something about be bold, be wild, like, or something like that. I don't know. But it's okay. I have so much more to worry about than that. Unless you were like over there saying, Sean's got a half-eaten Twinkie or whatever it is.
Okay.
So anyways.
It's all set.
All set.
This is a night of Tuesday-ish.
And it is the night. Hey! Sean and Mandy send us over there. Karen, they dim-wittingly want us to believe that Sean and Mandy that we send them over there to harass or whatever. No.
Hey, Sarah.
They do it all on their own just because you're a douchebag. Not you, her.
Mr. Green Jeans is like, I grabbed his leg. He's probably think I'm hitting on him or something.
There's his arm.
Mr. Green Jeans is like, hi, everybody.
So tomorrow, hey, let it go. Tomorrow is colon cleanse prep eve.
Right.
Take 2.
So I work 9 straight days to get Thursday and Friday off. That's what's up. How'd showing work that you don't, this is what they said, not only are you not going to quit.
Hey, Sarah, I'm a bit loopy from surgery and meds. Oh, Sarah, please tell me that you didn't already tell me what you were having surgery on and I didn't retain it.
I would have remembered.
I hope so. Sean's eating these nuts.
These nuts.
If you want to know what he's eating, it's these nuts. I like that hat on you.
Well, I wonder if Mr. Green Jeans could wear it.
No.
He'll
break. He's hanging by a fishing line.
He's hanging by a thread, literally.
So anyways, tomorrow is his last day, and then the next day we go to the, his ears are itchy. I gotta wash them out. I'll wash them out tonight, baby. Then he goes into broth prep mode.
Y'all remember when I was eating broth all day?
We still have some left over in the fridge. And the Subutex. Every time he says the Subutex is Suboxone, but it's the one they give you inpatient. It doesn't have the naloxone in it, so it's just the opiate. You know what I mean?
No, but
so whenever you start saying it, I'm like, Subutex? And it's something that y'all guys know. Once an addict, your brain's always like, what? What?
She just looked at me and got all technical. So sexy.
Like, what?
So sexy. It's like.
Yeah, they do. They will give you that in inpatient because they don't have to worry about you banging heroin and stuff. But outpatient, it's Suboxone because it has that safety net of the naloxone. So if you try to take an opiate, it doesn't work. But then I heard it does. So I don't
Trash
really
Panda
know.
did all the mischief. So I used to watch Friends.
Myriad, Sarah.
But Mandy does not like Friends.
We've talked about that. It's not a hatred.
But the one line where
hey, Jude.
where what's his name? Where they're I don't even remember their names on Friends. Phoebe and the other guy, and they were in one of the other characters, and they're trying to act like they're together, but they're really not. So they're like, hey, lover, hey, we have all the sex. But they were just kidding.
He said, you say that sometimes when you're like, hey,
when I
lover.
go, he's like, hey, Mandy's like, we have sex when you get home? And I'm like, we'll have all the sex.
And I'm like, no, for real. Today, tell them about when someone said they were going to tell the news.
Yeah, so I'm at work and there was a complaint. So I had to go to the front. Like this is, and of course, you know, someone doxed it, but I work at the post office in case you guys have been under a rock, and this person apparently was. So I had to go to the front because someone lodged a complaint, and I had to talk to one of the people, and he was upset about his mail. He said, I'm going to call the press. I'm going to call the news, he said. So I said, well, let me know what day they're coming so I'll shave. You know, he was like, you really think this is a joke? I said, it's not a joke. I want to look good for the press. And he said, you want the press to know that the post office is horrible? And I was like, I think they already know. I don't think it's news.
And then at that point, it was like, Sean, you need to go.
Yeah.
Go.
Then my boss comes and goes, Sean, go back there.
I'm sorry. That's what I'm talking about. He comes up like, I can come up with stuff like 20 minutes later. I'm like, oh, I should have said da-da-da-da, unless I'm dragging someone, and then it comes easier. But he's quick on it.
I'm not allowed to drag people. I just have to like sarcastically converse with them. Yeah. You know?
You get away with it most of the time, though.
Well, because they're either don't get that I'm messing with them, or they're so shocked that, you know, that, I mean, people take their mail serious. And as you should. If you're getting something in the mail, you want to get your stuff in the mail, but we have...
I don't take it serious. I could care less.
But...
the good stuff comes
some
Amazon,
people, especially the older people, the older folks, mail is like one of the main things that they get every day. So.
One of the things, and I've asked the bank about this before, when I used to go to cash my check after I got off, I said, you know, there would be, depending what time, if they let me off early, it might be around noon or 1 that I would be there, and there would be an elderly person there writing out their check to cash it, to get their cash, and because they don't do debit or ATM or anything. And they go, okay, Mr. So-and-so, and then they would leave, and I said, is this like a daily trip or a week? They said they usually come a couple times a week, and I said, and then they hit the post office. They've got their rounds that they make, which is old school, but it's kind of cool. Like if you don't use anything electronic and you go to the water office and you pay your water bill and you go or mail it or whatever.
That's the one thing when I'm like, and again, I just don't know what to do, because like so many businesses and organizations in the United States, it's challenged with labor shortages, with all kinds of things, and stuff that people couldn't get away with, they can now. Like service and fast food, if they're like, well, we're out of this, that would not be acceptable, but it is now.
It is.
You know, so like in the post office where there's like 2-day priority, people come and go, I want to send it 2-day priority. And it's like, well, the only thing that's guaranteed is express. That's guaranteed in 48 hours. But no, it says right here, 2-day priority. I was like, that's fine, but it's not guaranteed. Like people come in and go, they sent this from California at 6 o'clock yesterday. So it's going to, you know, it's 2 days. So it should be here tomorrow at 8. And I'm like, I doubt it. You know, and so, you know, that's what I say. And they get upset, you know, but it's just the way things are right now.
Apparently I missed quite the goings on in that. Hey, Arlene, she's off now. She'll be lurking in here now. Hopefully not. She gets herself so worked up over the dumbest shit. Sarah, I did see now she had surgery on her hip.
Oh my gosh. Did they replace it?
Let me look. I have to go back. Yesterday was surgery on hip. Next Wednesday, surgery on both hands. No, I haven't talked with. I believe that she is pretty open. I think she has RA.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yeah. I remember.
Sarah, is it RA or is it lupus? I know it's one or the other. Or both. They liked your D's nuts. Let me tell you something. Whenever I get Sean snacks,
that's these nuts.
How much were they? These were like 2 for $9 or something.
Something like
buy
that.
Buy one, get one free something. I buy things that are quick and easy for him to eat, which includes lunch meat and peanuts, chips, but less chips because they don't really constitute as anything.
They go through you. Like, see, I like the stuff that sticks in my, like when you make that rice dish, that sticks.
Super rice. We talked about that the other day.
And I mean, because you can eat the cream of chicken, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Cream of chicken and rice.
Both.
And then you can throw like chicken in it. I mean, you can eat a bowl of that, and it sticks with you most of the day. Most of the day.
You're right. The thing about what's so inspiring about Sarah is she has RA and lupus, and she's in recovery. So she what
a journey, man.
Yeah. So she
See, and again, I'm going to say this every time, because the people that watch this channel and that we talk to they're so interesting and they're inspiring.
Yeah.
You know, we need to. I'm not going to say it because you're gonna be like, I know, Sean, but we need to be able to have people on and talk about stuff.
Yeah, we need to sign up for.
I would love for Sarah to come on and talk about it if she wants to.
She's been clean for 20 years.
20 years.
That's unbelievable. Text me that I love my Paul and AT. Oh yeah, Karen's like, let it go. Normally, let it go is the one that will be like, I saw you over there. Explain yourself, but I don't think let it go was over there. That's amazing, Sarah. I can't. I mean, when you talk about something that's like the ticket to the candy store, you know what I mean? Like where you can get whatever you want whenever you want for pain, which it's not like that anymore.
I never thought about it that way, but
it's not like that anymore. But used to, with a really bad MRI, that was the ticket to the. You have that MRI in your hand, and you go to the pain clinic, and that's all they need to justify it. It's not quite like that anymore. But I used to call it the ticket to the candy store. My MRI, which I did have pain, and there was some inflamed disc, but apparently for whatever reason, it was bad enough that the person that wrote it, the report said, yeah, there's substantial whatever. And I was like, yeah, there is.
It's very substantial.
It's very substantial.
It's so substantial.
But anyway, good on you.
Yeah. I would love to listen to people's on panel talk about stuff like that. And
yeah, that would be really cool. One time way back when, Randy and I were on a panel together about recovery, and that vibed really well too.
Yeah.
Before everything went awry. But we're back to
But you know what's ironic is, like, say we got like 35 or 40 people in the chat. We've got, like 15 people in recovery and 15 people like stoned. Mm-hmm. And we all get along pretty well.
Yeah.
So I'm only half kidding when I say that.
I was over there, but she was making me sick to my stomach, and Durizel was being hateful for no reason. Well, because that's who she is.
That's who Durizel is.
That is exactly who she is. She's a miserable, lonely.
She's very miserable.
Yeah. FYCBD
she drew a picture of me with these nuts, remember?
Yes, exactly. I was clean for a while after I had my sons, but relapsed 2 times. So 20 years is my first time. I used meth, never again with opiates. I have to take those now, but clean. Yeah, I mean, understandable. And that's what I always say, like that's why those medicines are there. I mean, people have their own understanding of big pharma and what they push and what they don't, but that is why they've made a synthetic heroin, more or less, for pain, because they figured out it works. Sawyer, don't you go eat that cat food.
Sawyer Brown, come here.
See, eyes in the back of my head. You admitted you were bored, and that's why
I literally think I just heard him say "fuck you."
He might have said that.
What are you doing? He's running back. Get over there.
You heard me. You knew I caught you.
And he's chewing it too. He's like,
I knew he would. He's obsessed with cat food. I'm trying to catch everything y'all are saying. Y'all are saying awesome stuff, but there's just a lot of it. Yeah, they hated me saying how much I love my Paula and how hot ATX is and how amazing sure. Nobody sent that one. I didn't see that. Mama Ricky says it's odd. The lifestyle I lived, I only associate with getting high and be used sexually. That is extremely honest and raw, Mama Ricky, for real.
Sorry, bro, what do you think of all this? Look at the camera.
He's like, I wanted to eat the cat food.
Daddy's tired. He's tired. He's playing with me. He's playing. Don't get you.
I was an upper girl, didn't like downers. See, isn't it funny how people are like one or the other?
I was the opposite in college. I liked, not really downers, but I liked psychedelics. It was LSD and mushrooms and stuff like that. If I went too down, like Valium or whatever, it was bad.
Wow.
It was bad.
Yeah, that was most, I don't know, like, I guess people who have like more characteristics of ADHD, they like psychedelics. I don't know why, but I liked downers.
Well, I mean, I think if you have ADHD, I mean, like, I don't, but the visual, I mean, it's so bright, and I mean, what it does, other than what it does to your head, your eyes dilate, and it brings in all the light.
Wow.
So, like, this room could be completely dark, and any pin sliver, like, that's why, like, when you were tripping and you sit like on the hood of a car and watch the stars were like right there.
I didn't know that. I'm doing the normal thing, sharing it. So you'll have to get it back straight.
Yeah, Megan says I have ADHD and I hate. Yeah, I mean, I don't have
our sweet little Megan that hates
ADHD.
Hates psychedelics. I feel like a mom.
That's
Megan.
That's why she's like studying for 2 degrees and has 3 jobs.
That's cool.
You know,
the honesty's cool. It surprised me.
Well, that's what they were talking about ADHD, like in the combat arms, is because you got to keep. They change the task frequently and keep you moving.
It's made for
you know, a job that's systemic, where you just sit down and you do the same thing over and over, like finance. It would. Why are you smiling? You know, it people will drift off, but like in armor and infantry, when you're doing different tasks every day and you keep changing it and you do it intensely and you keep it moving, it's perfect with somebody with ADHD.
There you go. Yep. And so it would seem to me then when they get out, they're a little bored. Nothing.
Sometimes, or like, again, no ADHD here, but I was just addicted to. I was like an adrenaline addict. That's why you always see these soldiers when they get out, or when they're on the weekends, they're driving these crotch rockets down the street 200 miles an hour. You know, these motorcycles, or they're doing stuff. I just never had that. Like, I don't need to skydive. I don't need to do extreme sports.
Yeah,
I don't need to do any of that. I was kind of the opposite. I would just try to do stuff that, like, fish, you know, watch sports, maybe work out, you know, but everybody's different. Definitely addicted to adrenaline, which is the reason why you can stay in a dramatic, narcissistic, fucked up relationship.
That's what I was gonna say. Can you unlock this?
Yeah, because it's total drama and trauma all the time.
I feel like I have gray hair showing. I rescheduled my hair appointment till the 28th.
Good to know.
I did.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
It takes them a while.
No, it doesn't.
But that's a good thing.
Uh-oh. See if you shake it.
He used to do that when we met. I was like, what are you doing? And he said this. He had heard that if you shake it, it tells Apple it's messed up or something. Was that the truth, or was that just BS?
It was BS. I was shaking it out of frustration, but here you go.
Oh, I believed a lot of stuff like that he said when we first met, because he said it so like...
The THC, CBD sometime. You know what, Sarah? I have noticed...
Thank you.
CBD and melatonin together help me sleep. I used to have to take like Benadryl and you know, sleep aids and stuff like that. I don't take that. I mean, I swap it off so I don't get too used to one thing. Like, I might take a Benadryl for a couple nights, and then I go to like a CBD and melatonin pill. And then
you go for the hard stuff.
Yeah, she'll tell you. She'll be like, dude, you were with me for a second, and the next second you were like gone, asleep.
Sounds like me too, though.
Yeah,
not as much as used to. I'm staying a little bit later than him now. Get your baked potato. Ooh, that sounds good. Let it go some checker.
Heck yeah.
So Arlene says, you both bounce off each other when talking, and the conversation flows naturally. It baffles me when her minions say you both cut each other off or talk over each other. They started saying that quite a while ago. I think because I gave them a reaction one time and got upset way back in the apartment.
Yeah, I mean,
not like I didn't go like I didn't chimp out or anything, but I gave like a little bit of whatever, and then people kind of hit that.
Yeah, anything to hit back at us, because and I'm not saying this to you know, like, try to boast, but we love us. You know, it's like we think we're pretty perfect together, even when we're, you know, life throws us something crazy. I know that I can come home and she finishes my thoughts, and I can't hide my anxiety from her no matter how hard I try. She knows, kind of forces me to be pretty honest sometimes when I, want to close up. So yeah, I mean, bouncing off each other, but I know almost what she's going to say almost all the time.
Yeah.
We,
Which is kind of strange. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's strange.
we love you guys too. We love you guys,
There was one. Thank you. Megan says you guys are so cute together, soulmates forever. I'm glad you have more time to talk today. Usually Megan's doing like 15 things at once. This is what I don't understand. And it doesn't just apply to the beast. It applies to anybody who can do this. I don't understand how someone can talk for 3 or 4 hours straight just reading the chat. And maybe if I did it, I would figure out like how it, like Tam doesn't read the chat. But you know what I mean?
When you said someone who can go forever, it's
that
like
is true, Karen.
Tam can log on at 5 in the morning and at 5 in the afternoon, she's still on.
And can I just tell you right now, she's on her sexual perversion in the devil kick, and she has said some of the funniest things that I've ever heard in the last few days. Her cycles go through, whereas the hypersexuality with that one, this one is almost like a the same, but it's weird.
What was she saying yesterday? She was talking about
One Win put it on her channel.
Yeah. Go look at One Win's channel. It's a little soundbite about and she's referring to gay men.
But don't detail.
I'm not going to get it. Okay. But she was like, "How do you actually do that?" And she's
that's what she was troubleshooting how men do it. And
it's like, well, they use.
You'll have to see it.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
It's like like I say this all the time. I'm a flaming heterosexual, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get how two men would be together.
Mama Ricky, I don't know if you saw it or not. It was hilarious. Y'all have got to see it. Thank you. I do. I know when Karen's having a rough time. I know today she had a hair appointment and she was feeling kind of like, she's just kind of down. I said, get out and do it. And I bet you just the external stimulation or whatever can reset it. You know what I mean?
What did Ricky say? He said, Sean and Mandy are the perfect couple.
Let's see. My hubby and I talk a lot of, like you guys, I know. You said, didn't he come into the chat one time, Sarah, like way back when, or he chimed in about sports, I think, sometimes. Back in the apartment days.
I know that, like, newborns, they talked about, and she's not in here, but they're the Cleveland fans that got knocked out by the Yankees today. But anyway, yeah, okay. I mean, I really dig when somebody tells us that whose partners aren't normally, YouTube's not their partner's things, but when they chime in with something, I think it's cool. I do. I think it's really cool.
Yes. So. Yeah, he said that he really likes Sean and he'll pop in to say hi. He's big into sports and he has so much respect for our military. Very cool.
What teams? It's not Cleveland. That's who is his team, Sarah? What teams do y'all follow?
You used to know.
Yeah, I was pretty good about following it all when we were in Texas, but
what is it? Oh, he's got a little stuffed animal. Mama Ricky, she's so sweet. She said they were the perfect, I think I already read it, but the perfect couple, but then went on to say that they like to joke when they're running errands. That's when we have a lot of fun. We always have fun, but at night it's a little bit different because you're not crazy about driving at night. But it's okay. But when we're riding around on a Saturday,
the lesser of the evils is for me to drive at night because
it is.
It's because I'm either driving and can't see or I'm having a literal panic attack riding shotgun. So
yeah, he doesn't.
Mandi is so super cool. Even when she's borderline irritated or hungry or whatever, she's still, when I drive, she's been with me long enough. She's like, okay, this is what it is. Sean's going to drive like he's 90. And and he's gonna.
Well, we need to get brighter lights for the kids.
Yeah, we do.
We thought it would fix it when we got the new battery, and it didn't. So that is on the to-do list. I thought about that today when if I went to Walmart, I was gonna price how much let's get the ones that are like green LED ones. No, you can't do that. She has her complicit dingleberry munchers. Sean and Mandi have people with their own brains and don't agree. Yeah, exactly. I don't want anyone to just categorically sign off on everything we do being wonderful. And none of you guys really do.
Not categorically. I mean,
if I were to sit here and drag somebody that doesn't deserve to be dragged or say some pretty horrible things about someone, y'all would be like, hey, wait.
Sarah says the Ducks, they're from Oregon.
Oh, that's right.
That would be Mandy's ex-husband.
Hey, this only anonymous right here, this is either Angelo or Takedown Man.
Wow.
This one right here.
Great. So
hold on though. I know you don't want to give it much attention, but by the comment, what do you guys think? Is it Angelo or Takedown Man? You guys in a grow room or something? What's with the pink lighting? Looks cozy at least. What would your guess be, Angelo?
I don't give that much thought. I really don't. I mean, they didn't say anything that rude right there, or anything, or any. So if they want to be in here as a troll,
but you have. I've seen you around. I've seen some of the things that you say.
Sarah says TDM.
That's kind of my guess too. You're one of the other one, but go ahead and stay. We're not in a grow
What do
room.
people say all the time when they argue? They blah 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 blah, but go off.
I'll legit on some panel one day if you wanted. Then that sounds like Angelo.
Yeah, it does.
Could be either. I don't want to panel with you, brother.
He's very, very eager to be on panels.
But you can, by all means, stay. Okay. Cool.
You can't really go in hard. You just, who are you going to troll?
He'll just start doxing or whatever. But by all means, go ahead and hang out.
Yeah, but go off. Go off with your bad self. 120 Virginia Way. Dawsonville, Georgia. You can look up the zip code.
And send tacos.
I remember that. It's like, so you just doxed my address. So it's like, okay, I'll take a number 1 supersize when they get here. And
do they when they send, like, when DoorDash does Panda Express or whatever, how do they keep it from, because Panda Express it has to be pretty hot to be good. What do they do? I know you did it, but you picked up Panda Express?
We did. We have a hot bag, but normally it's just for pizza. No, you take it and you go, and hopefully you don't have to drive 15 miles. But here's the thing, even if they screw up the order, it's not on you. And here's why. Because it's a no contact order, right? So you're not allowed to open it up and make sure everything's there. And when you do a DoorDash, they seal it up top. Either they staple it or they put, tape on the top of it. And you are not supposed to, with COVID going around, go through someone's order and check to make sure everything's there. And you're not even supposed to, you're supposed to leave it at the door. So you're dropping, they screw up our order all the time when we DoorDash. They don't bring what they're supposed to or whatever.
Well, we haven't done it a lot here, but the apartment they did.
Yeah, and it's like, oof, it's not. That was the cool thing that I liked about DoorDash, and you could be fast and quick. And like if you showed up at a place and they weren't ready for the order, you could click out of it and pick up something. And if you, I didn't do this, but I've heard of people that were like, I'm hungry, and they take the fries out, and then they just deliver the order. And when the people are like, I didn't get my fries, it's like, well, it's a no contact. Really?
No. I understand what you're saying. Well,
but I think they've gotten better.
So the only anonymous welcome.
Yes, only anonymous, whoever you are. If you feel like that you have to be anonymous, so be it. I have a troll account.
This anonymous thing, not you, but the whole anonymous movement that went on, wasn't that kind of like a CIA? Remember when they were revealing like secrets about national security and taking on that face and everything? Wasn't it like, isn't that where it started? It was like help me out with this one.
The anonymous people, like, look,
isn't that what it was? A coalition of hackers.
It was just like one person that had decent skills, and then everybody else. But at the end of the day, 95% of the stuff that happens on the internet is your perception. People, they can threaten you. They can say they can do stuff. And what happens is what someone does every once in a while is throw your address out there or throw a picture of you that is public.
And that's fine, but that's not the case. The original movement, anonymous people. Not the YouTube one, not the dark web, not all of that stuff. There was a group of people that when the internet was young, someone probably knows.
Yes, tell me what they did. Name one thing, because
it was using the guise of anonymous for trolling. Then it led to whistleblowing. That's it. But But you were right for the most part.
Yeah. And see, that right there is when Mandy goes, yes, Sean, I got all
That's
that.
that's the
but
extent
that's
of
not
our
the
thing.
point.
I'll wait for
I'm
a second.
talking about something else.
But if we weren't live and had to worry about people like, oh, look that, I would be like, he'd be talking like, just one second. And then he'll stop and I'll go, I get what you're saying, but that's not what I'm talking about. And he redirect. Now, when we first got together,
there was some moments where it was
when I would do that and I would go, Sean, wait, and he'd be like, because he was used to it being like probably followed by something very condescending and patronizing, right? That not from me,
but it was a combination of that and not knowing you as well as I know you now. You know, she'd ask me a question and I felt like, you see it on YouTube all the time. Someone asks a question and someone decides that they have to tell you the whole history of something. It's not, I don't give a shit about that. I just asked you a simple question.
Tanner thinks the funniest thing I ever said was, Tanner's my son. We were having a conversation and whoever was answering, and I don't even remember, we were at IHOP, I know that, and I think it was the whole family. And I went, probably my ex, but they were going off on a tangent, telling this story, and it was all over the place. And I went, what is the meat of this story? Give me the meat of what we're talking. And Tanner thought it was so funny that he now in the Army says the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If someone like a soldier's giving, because he's actually an NCO now, if we giving him along whatever, he'll go, okay, I need the meat, just the meat of I'll be late tomorrow. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I was really out to impress Mandy with knowledge and academia.
You do know a lot.
And factoid stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, I'm just here to have sex.
Yeah.
I just want sex. That's
Sarah said earlier about hate comments, she just pins them and moons along. It smells like a Tombstone pizza in here. You're not making a pizza, are you?
Mm-mm.
Look, he's doing his BS. Come here.
I know. What are you doing?
Anyway.
He thinks I have food or something.
He does like Tombstone pizzas. But let me tell you something about Tombstone pizzas. They've gotten expensive.
Yes.
Like Tombstone pizza used to be like Totino party pizza kind of thing. Now
they were always a step up. Like, remember when Totinos were like 88 cents each or $1.09, and Tombstones were like $3. Now Tombstones are like $6 a piece.
They're very expensive. Even if I didn't have you guys, the love I get from my husband, my stepkids, my grandkids is more than enough. Because you are a super freaking awesome gal, Ricky, for real.
I thought you were about to say you're a super freak, but then.
He's a little less tired than he was day before yesterday. Day before yesterday, he was all about it. Remember that?
I think I'm a little bit more effective, like live streaming.
I know, Sarah.
After a 10-hour day. Yeah, I think I can.
And just touching on that, Sarah, you're right. That's why I have to look at things like Trash Panda. Hopefully, you're still here. When I have come a long way. When I see, I'm like, okay, that Trash Panda was in there. She wasn't necessarily saying anything bad, but she wasn't. And Karen's watching. She can vouch for this. I've come a long way with not thinking that just because someone's, and that one in particular, that they're there, that it's some sort of betrayal or are co-signing what she says.
Yeah.
And that's taken me a while and some writing to come up with it. And there is a perfect example of someone that I had to learn that with. That Sarah is a super good person, and she was just saying, look, you know what I mean?
However, the root of why Mandy does that or did that was her vehement defense of me.
Yeah.
She does, because people, that one over there, and you realize it's because she's sick and she's empty and all that and soulless or whatever. The perpetuating of abuse.
Yeah.
That is what I'm so used to it. I'm so used to it because there's people that are like, you should have, or I hope you did. And it's like, well, no.
Yeah.
Mandy doesn't like that.
For a long time, it was like, even if she wasn't saying it during that live, she had said it so many times that if someone that supports us and said, hey, I support you guys, was over there being chummy, then, and I have to say, Makeup by Mandy is an example of this, and this is the one that I really have trouble with. If you go and throw support behind it, then what you're saying is your content which is 75% perpetuating domestic abuse on the part of Sean.
Or in general, even if it's not about me, it's in general.
Then
the whole battered person's journey.
Right. Then go see your girl. Go.
Because it's false.
Yeah.
It's false. Now, there are people that, you know, when they're over there, they're like, you need to stop.
Yeah.
You know, anyway.
Yeah, and Karen, that's what I was hoping Karen explained it. But that was why it was good that it was explained, because I now look at it differently for the most part, that it's like, we're not making lifetime friendships. Although I do have some. Mm-hmm. But, you know, yeah, that always was like a slap in the face with the abuse thing, was like, okay, but you know what's been said and you know about his military. It's wrong. But that doesn't change. Sean and everybody helped me see that. It doesn't change that, even if it gets said over and over and over.
Yeah, that's all.
Reese's Pieces.
The rest of it is just community drama. You know, like...
Trash Panda, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it.
You're a troublemaker. Trash Panda, trouble.
I was like, I think Trash Panda may have been smoking the wacky tobacco.
You're
I don't
a rebel
think she
rouser.
Did, though. I was wondering. I was like, well, maybe she was loving everybody at the time.
If you can't be with the ones you love the ones you're with.
Yeah. So that was the extent of that conversation. I feel like we've covered important things.
We have.
And I didn't sound like an emotional wreck.
Because you're not an emotional wreck.
Oh, I can be.
You can be.
This is different. Okay. This, the type of relationship that we have, is different for me too. Like, I have so much more respect for him, and so much more, love. And that's whatever. But it's like, I had to learn how not to have quite so sharp of a tongue, because sometimes you say things in the moment and you can't take them back. Even though you didn't mean it, and you get over it. Mm-hmm. Especially someone and I don't want to be like, oh, he's sensitive, he's so whatever. Mm-hmm. But
I am
when
sensitive.
It comes to me.
When it comes to her, she's everything, you know. And I think, this is my opinion, and I don't like to go after. I don't like to go after your ex-husband, because it's whatever. And you're good about not doing that. I just think he wasn't as emotionally available, and you were with him for 2.5 decades, and it's like, after a while, you learn how to get on with your life. Yeah, you know, you do. And
I met him at a time when I was very young and very broken from another relationship. And that's something that I'll never have to tell the whole internet.
It makes perfect sense when
you said that. But he took me as I was.
Exactly.
He said, if you will take me as I am, I take you as you are. And I was like, I can do that. I was ready to get married and start having kids. I didn't want to go to college. He said, okay, I can do that. I'm 23. I'm in the military. Let's make it happen. I'm not the person. I think anybody who says you can have a loyalty and a love, even if you get married very young. My grandparents are a perfect example. But I'm not at 17, I definitely wasn't the same person at 25 or 35 or 45. And I won't be the same person at 55. But my expectations for what's okay and what's not okay aren't going to change.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing that friend, you know, your husband, whatever it is, the one thing that I can say about Mandi, it would use the L word. She's a loyal person. Those that are friends with her, she's not out telling anybody, not even me, the things y'all talk about. And you know, the people that only know her as Mrs. ATX, it has nothing to do with loyalty. The snake in the grass and being ATX and this and that has nothing to do with loyalty at all. It's the drama part of it. And, you know, going back to when we met, it's why, you know, her friendship with Sam Telfer ended, because her loyalty to me, and, you know, it's easy for one person to say, well, you were her friend before you were with Sean, you know, you were her friend first, but got engaged. You know, it's like at some point, you know, you know, if a real friend is like, okay, this is my friend's partner, I need to be respectful of that.
Right.
You know, so, but I go there because that's an example of a friendship that ended.
It ended, and it will always be
You know.
like it's not anything that I'll look back on and be like, oh well, that's over. It is what it is, but.
And it hurt. It
it's
bothered
a
me on the
chapter
level
closed.
that I was both their friends too, and separately.
Yeah.
You know, there was never like Tomahawk Sean on the boardroom panel, but I was on Sam's and I was on Mandy's.
Right,
at separate
Ricky?
times. So
Right. So Sarah, I pinned what you said only because I've been hearing that too about this third child that didn't make it, that's now somehow worked into the story. I have no idea what it's about. It's probably nor do I, whatever, but it's probably for a cash grab that's on the way.
it's
There's
in
gonna
a reaction.
It's that time of year again, or whatever it is.
In a reaction from someone who knows the truth.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. The Spider Master said, "Hello there. What's going on? What's up, Spidey?" The Spider Master. Did you know that we fed Juro spiders to our chickens?
Spider Master.
Before you like decide, you know, if you like being in here or not, we do gather up Juro spiders and feed them to our chickens.
Well, the Spider Master, I was thinking for a second, Spider Master, aren't you in the field, buddy?
Oh, really?
That's who I'm wondering. Yeah, if it's my boy.
He doesn't like spiders either, does he?
No, hates spiders.
Oh.
He might be bored in the field. What time is it there?
Yeah.
9:13, so it's Colorado.
Oh, they got time off right now. It's either, you know, troll your mom on her live stream or take a shower. So
you're like, I'll make sure your mama takes a shower. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
But anyways, welcome.
One of my favorite things to do when I walk over.
All joking aside, I know that's my last task before, like, when I've gotten all of the. Usually, it takes me 2 times to get all the errands done and clean the house and whatever. And my last, working on my Splatoon horror film. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is that you, Spider Master? He's usually Jim Leahy, which I had no idea. He would email his teachers with his Jim Leahy email address.
Y'all know who Jim Leahy is.
I had no
right?
idea who that. I was like, why are you emailing them? Why are you courtesy copying with Jim Leahy? Who is it? And you're like, he's part of the Trailer Park Boys.
I know. I was like, you know,
No clue who
Trailer
he
Park
was.
Boys. She's like, what's that? Oh.
Yeah, is it you?
Uh,
It might be. I love that Mandy doesn't have to rely on illusions, innuendos, etc. No, I don't have to be like. I can have a good time, keep it covered, and I don't need to. Like I said, I can put on a tank top all day long and have them pushed up, and it's not appropriate, and it's not who I am.
it's disrespectful to your husband.
Indeed, it is.
It's the B word, boundaries.
I know it's bound. I'm looking at, but I will for Sean all day long.
Yeah.
I'm now suddenly thinking I'm being a little bit more careful because the little one is in here.
I don't want to let slip and say something.
I don't think it is. I think it's someone who thinks it's funny that we think it's him.
Reese's Pieces like that. You know what I'm saying, right?
Have you seen Gabby's new Instagram video? She has the moves. No! I'll be looking at. I am so bad with Instagram. Sean sends me stuff on it, and he's got to literally tell me when to go look at it. I don't get the notification.
So there's one that I sent her today. It's called "The Revolution Has Begun," and it's a video, and it's like a cam, like a security camera that's in a little barnyard, and it shows the guy comes walking out, and he gets attacked by his rooster. So the rooster comes after him, and he like kicks the rooster off, and he throwing stuff at the rooster to get, and then the goat comes from behind and knocks him over.
And the rooster's like, "Yep, that's how that works."
Like, that's that's my homie right there.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
We have the heater now in the chicken coop because it's getting into the 20s, you say?
It's like supposed to be in the high 20s tonight here.
Do you know what I hate worst about the cold weather? And not a lot because I like it. I like Fires in the Fireplace. My movie, it's called Dr. Monica. Okay. So I don't know what that means.
Where have I heard that before? There's something. It'll come to me.
It might be. So, but how many people, you can have brand new tires on your car, and the second it gets cold, you go to get in that damn thing.
Yeah, that's what I was
and
going to do
there's a
tonight.
low tire light on. And my car doesn't tell what the PSI is. It tells what tire, but not the PSI. Your truck does.
Yeah, but no, there is one. There is one, but you got to
doesn't
fiddle
tell.
around with it. But
No,
anyway,
I don't think it does. But
no?
anyways,
Okay.
so then you
No,
go
I
later in the
believe you.
day. It usually balances back out. Well, it didn't today. And I was like, oh, I hate that, because you're like, well, how low is it? Is it like dangerously low? Is it, you know what I mean? Anyway.
I'll look at it and I say that, but I'll forget. But in the morning, I remember the one day you were like, it's low, but and I came home and it was like flat. Remember that? And I was like, what do you mean?
That was the yeah. Yeah, explain about the film, please, Spider Master. There's also, I got a nephew that it could be, but I think the nephew is now he has grown past that stage, and he's nice last year, and I got a flat, but my hubby buys a warranty, and I took it to get it fixed, and he not covered on the warranty. He was pissed. Okay.
He was bad.
That is a totally adult thing to do. Put insurance on the tires. That is I'm like, well, how much extra is that? Well, it's another $40 a tire. I just paid you in quarters. Do you think that I have?
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
you think I have another $40?
I gotta go to Moe's and get breakfast.
Oh, Mandy, things are really bad. Please pray for me. I'm sorry, Michaela. What's going on? Is it the doggies or your leg? Or I'm sorry. Yeah, warranties they suck.
See, I'm about to get up and walk out and look at that tire right about now.
Dr. Monica, she's an octoling psychopath doctor, and the main antagonist, but the protagonist is John Gotti. He is a inkling, 18 years old.
Ooh, so it's a
that's not bad.
It's a pre-mafia thing.
Come here.
Oh.
That sounds absolutely. Have you started it yet? Have you started writing it yet? I'm still distracted with Michaela.
You what?
Michaela, she's having a rough time. I'm not sure if it's her leg or the dogs or in there, nowhere to be found.
There is no video moving. What, Ricky? What are you talking about? Okay, Michaela, we'll get Sawyer.
I'll get him. He's.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. Here he is. Say, I hope
say
everything
hi,
gets
Sawyer Brown,
better.
right here. Say it. Look right there.
Look right there.
Look.
He
He always looks to the side. He's like, I refuse to look at the camera.
Say, I hope everything's okay. Right, Sawyer? Say, I hope everything's okay.
This is Sawyer Brown right here.
He looks so weird with this lighting. Look.
Sawyer Brown, what's going on? He's like,
they say, love you, Michaela.
He's like, dadgummit, people. Dadgummit.
He knows. I watched him. He was scratching his ear for a second, so I'm going to rinse the ear out with the
yeah, he's not allowed to do that.
Antifungal bacterial wash.
If he's like bites at himself and there's even a thought that there's a flea in the county anywhere, she's going to find it. Come here.
I made a new update of the film on my YouTube channel. Is on my YouTube channel. Okay. We'll have to check that out, Spider Master. I'm trying to look here. No, it is not my kid. And it appears that this person really does do some sort of anime.
Drop the link.
A message for cannoli Sasquatch. I don't.
Let me see.
Are you a Sasquatch liker?
Do you ever watch us before? Because
should I
talk about my Sasquatch experiences, or not really my experiences, but my thoughts.
I could put the crown over the top of this. I don't know where it is though, but I could put the tiara over the top of this or pin it. He was on. I'm getting the. Oh, you might be delayed, Ricky. It was just now. He does. We're gonna have to give him a bath tomorrow. Sawyer Brown, you have sensitive skin.
Yeah, Ricky, you're wonky on your side because
you need to
I noticed about 20 minutes ago her comment was, "Where is Sean and Mandi at?" Like, where did they go? And we were fine. I immediately started to freak out and check to see if we were buffering and stuff, and we weren't.
Yeah, be right back. CBD time. Get your CBD.
Yep, we'll
be back on. So that was my brother is so angry with having to help me. I just want to give up. He was yelling. I started crying. He told me tears are only a manipulation and they anger him. What state are you in, Michaela? That's awful. If your doctor
Sawyer.
can give you a prescription for a home health aide to come by a few hours a day, that's not right. South Carolina. You guys know when the old or the sick are affected, I get irate.
And you know that I'm not beyond going to Sloth, Carolina.
Yeah, that's awful, Michaela. Can your doctor give you like a prescription and you can get some help? Like sometimes it's up to 3 or 4 hours a day. You can get some help, come in to get bathed and things like that. Did you hear that?
What?
Go let your cat in.
Oh, is that who it is?
That was a cat.
Is it right here?
It's probably Eleanor's home, and you chase off whoever's after Eleanor.
Ellie. Come here, Ellie. Come on.
Sure, look at her tail.
I know.
Something's
out there. Something's out there.
She had a little scuffle. Come here, Ellie.
Ellie, you okay, baby? Come here, baby.
I'm like a mom. Like I hear it.
Come on up.
Let's show him your tail. You
know.
made it home. You're okay.
It's okay, Ellie.
Come here, Ellie. Look at her tail.
I know. Something came into the yard that she didn't like.
Did it chase you home, baby girl? You're okay. There's Ellie.
good
You
girl.
made it home, girl.
Ellie.
Ellie was gone for a few days one time. Sawyer,
Sawyer,
I'm quite sure she doesn't need you to.
Oh my God. She's
Okay.
like, I just got in a fight and this guy wants to.
Andy, I don't know if I told you, but I finally heard from my brother. He's so bad on fentanyl, I'm homeless. I hadn't heard from him. But you did hear from him.
Who's this?
Sarah Smiles' brother.
I remember you had mentioned that a while ago.
You guys, this fentanyl thing,
Yeah.
for those of you who don't like, it's pharmaceutical grade fentanyl, but so there's redirection from like people who get the prescriptions, but the cartel is actually making it now. And remember when it first came out and they said two granules is enough to kill somebody? That is literally like the addicts are having to play Russian roulette with their life. Like they're hoping, you know what I mean? Like their tolerance and they're cutting oxys with it.
And they're putting fentanyl in the heroin and they're putting fentanyl in the other.
So it's crazy. When they look at the numbers, it's almost as much as like, it's more than the people that died or had COVID.
He's died like 10 times already and been brought back.
It's awful. There's a lot of people that's families are affected with it right now, and I don't think Narcan does work.
Yeah, but they're saying there's some things that that it's not as effective on the fentanyl. But they say that the
Coming from China, yep.
They're saying that the trap houses and the drug dealers have more Narcan than the paramedics do. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, here's your bump and here's your Narcan for an extra $10 or something like that.
Tanny, Narcan apparently you can go get it straight over the counter, like over from the pharmacist or whatever.
You can have it where you can like keep it. I was gonna say like an EpiPen, but
well, British Columbia
like
is trying programs where you can legally go buy fentanyl and do it in a supervised area so that people won't.
So in North Carolina,
I know, Sarah.
In North Carolina, where I lived, and those of y'all that are in that state, or there's a few people that are around here that are in that area where
Megan.
where my ex is, like I think Crystal Ehart's there still, and the people that are there, Rhonda, if she's in Blackburn, if she comes into the chat, she's from South, near the Wilmington area. They have a bad fentanyl problem there right now.
Yeah, no, Michaela, no giving up. Sawyer and us, we're always here. You DM me anytime that you need to. Megan says she'll be back. She's dealing with a Twitter creep who keeps DMing her because he thinks I'm friends with a famous celebrity. Ooh.
We're really not that famous.
I was messaged to Cannoli Squatch as a YouTuber. I was on stream and was explaining about my movie.
Hey, Presley.
Okay, Spider Master. Well, thank you for catching us up. He's about 10 minutes behind.
He's about to what?
He's about 10 minutes behind, but now we're caught up.
Hey, no, it's cool. It's interesting.
Presley, what's up? Last time I didn't see
she's
Presley.
At work.
She's
she
oh,
said
she's at work.
listening at work. Of course she is.
She's at work a lot.
She's always
Hopefully
at work.
everything's on the
Yeah.
mend. Yeah, I as a matter of fact,
We love you too, Trash Panda.
having Narcan for anyone is a good idea. We saw that one guy outside the gas station that one day, and you were like, he was like, and I was like, no, dude, that guy OD.
Yeah.
And he did. They came and woke him up, and they're like, you can't. And he did come to and drive off. But right now, it would benefit everyone to have it. Is it a shot or up the nose? Is it a shot? Is it like a?
Yeah, they stick it. They kind of shoot it up the nose because, you're not breathing very heavily when you're.
So it's a shot and up.
No, it's like a.
Oh.
It's like
okay. They have both.
Presley said hi again. Did you?
She's saying hi to the people that said hi. I know she heard us this time. You hear us, right, Presley? I want to make sure. I broke my heart last time.
Hey.
Hey, Peb's mom, how are you?
Are we buffering? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Well, yeah. We trying to. No, that was what I was gonna ask you guys. So, are you over the spooky setting? Like, would you rather us like turn the lights on for the rest of the streams, or do you want us to keep the spooky for the rest of October?
Mr. Green Jeans is gonna put his leg over.
Now it's turned into a leg. Presley, how late do you have to work? I didn't even see. Okay, good. She hears this. Hold on, let me go back. Portland decriminalized all drugs here, so we're being ran over from people from other states flocking. They get $800 cash and $300 in food stamps if you're homeless. And she's in Oregon. Karen's up that direction. Apparently, Portland is the drug capital of like even beyond the wheat fields. The
really?
Yeah, it's like they're like the capital of whatever. But I'm trying to see. I got that call one day. Funny thing is that I was at peace with it, and I believe he finally found his peace. That's what I think with some people, that's what it comes down to. 9.
Wow.
She works till 9. Wow. I've been looking at.
She's in like up in the Chicago area, so
I think so.
they're an hour. It's like 9 o'clock here.
But she
9:30 here, so it's like 8:30 there.
I know she's got a lot going on, but she does like to work. She said before she's pretty sure she's a workaholic. She loves it. So
Work at the post office.
yeah, you have to work 7 days a week.
9 days in a row to get 2 days off together, so they can probe Uranus to get a colonoscopy.
It's actually comfort. I've heard that a lot of times when I watch the show Intervention, they say at this point they're like, we're just waiting for the call, and part of us is ready for the call so that we know, you get to the point where.
Okay, Mr. Green Jeans,
yeah,
keep your leg to yourself.
Put him back there. But yeah, so we were talking about the fentanyl epidemic, Presley, in the country. But I don't know.
Presley sees. I wonder how much of the does Presley work in an area where she would seize that stuff? Oh.
No, you mean at work?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. Not at where she works. Not like. No.
It's medical field though, right?
No. I'll tell you what she does later. You'll remember when I tell you. She can say it,
but she is qualified to do that. I thought she was like had a nurse thing going on.
No.
Okay.
I think you're thinking. I don't know who you're thinking of, but not Presley.
Maybe I'm thinking of Pirate.
Pirate, yeah, for sure. Pirate does or whatever. I haven't seen her in a while.
An hour behind. Yeah, I thought you were an hour behind. Pirate was on Twitter. Someone had put something.
Trash Panda.
Had like some logo they made that was like Pirate Calypso, Louisville, Kentucky, and it was on Twitter. And she was mentioning who did this, I like it, and all that. So she's around. She's just not like real active on YouTube right now.
Hopefully you're gonna send it right now, Trash Panda. Hopefully it drops down and I see it because her daughter.
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Yes,
that's right. Yeah,
that is right. See, Sean's got a memory like nothing.
I'm surprised I got that mixed up because I through Mandi I know Presley a little bit more than the average person, not as well as Mandi, and I was almost certain there was some medical stuff in there that.
Good. I hope his account gets taken down. He's obsessed with a famous female singer and thinks that that's scary. That's very, very scary.
Wow.
Presley, Michaela's having a rough time and can use all the prayers she can get. Elizabeth RN is freaking Moonbear's best friend, isn't she? Hey, Diane.
Is she really?
Bye, Sarah. Have a good night. I think so. I
So what
believe
is
she is.
so
yeah.
RN? She's an RN.
Well, much
Hey,
like
Diane.
Sean always says, it's like you have to question when someone puts it in their YouTube thing if like at what like why do they want everyone to know that? Sean could do like Tomahawk Sean, Captain Retired.
Yeah, like yeah.
Captain Sean.
Tomahawk Sean, postal worker. You know.
Yeah, and they're like, no, you're not.
I
am.
I am. I'm a proud.
Yeah, Presley's daughter is an RN. I knew that. Sean knew it clearer than I did. I know where you work though. It's intriguing because you get to smell all those new cars. I would be in heaven.
Presley, were you on the other night when I found my Greg Maddox autograph?
Oh,
and I
okay.
showed it. Maddox was a Cub for a long time before he was a Brave. So
yes. Have
I
a
found
good
that
night,
autograph.
Sarah. I'm a prayer warrior. I'll pray for you. Yeah, absolutely. Michaela's had a rough go of it. It seems
Yeah.
like for several years. It's awful. But we're all praying. Did you see Scout come stomping in here griping because it's his bedtime? Like
Did he?
He loves.
Didn't he go back there though?
You know, he our male cat. I think I've told you that Hey Jenny, I haven't seen Jenny in a long time.
Hey Jenny.
I believe she's the one that sent us the Seahawks and Falcons gloves. Am
Ah.
I right, Jenny?
They're right there. They're right on the shelf in my sports shelf.
And that little thing that we put the picture that you like.
Mm-hmm.
I think she gave us that too. I think it was It's been blessed by a lot of people. Yeah, so Scout comes stomping through and goes straight back to his room like a little old man.
He's all like with an attitude, which Ellie likes because, you know, Scout kind of tortures Ellie, which is why she likes to stay outside. So she'll run in and then she'll find a place to hide real quick. She's probably went straight to her box. That box.
It's funny, we like just now when we heard that or whatever she came in, we always joke that Ellie's like, I didn't know he was your boyfriend. Can someone open the door? Open the door. Right? I didn't know he was your boyfriend.
When I opened the door, like her back was turned, you know, her tails, and she was like,
she's like, that Tomcat, the black and white one, he's not single, just so you know.
Found that out.
Yeah, been around, but our time catches.
You bum one cigarette off them, and they act like that you owe them everything.
Oh, your internet's going out. That sucks. Scout is handsome. See,
I realized
he is a handsome cat.
At first, you know, because Scout is like almost a year older, close to a year. Like
he's a little over a year. I think.
Yeah. So well, we got him about a year ago, and
he is all male. He's fixed and everything, but he's got
chipped.
this
We
very...
spent like $10,000 at that vet visit. Remember that? It was
I was like, Sean, they did it to me again. It was $400. He's like, but the neutering was supposed to be like $117. With I don't know. I don't know.
They decided
but they did it to me again.
Yep. They just there's something like he's got like a chip in there that's like titanium or solid gold, and you know some
they
precious
did it
metal.
every time. They do it to me.
But when as he was growing up, and I was like, he's just a regular old tabby cat. You know, I know Mandi loves her pets, you know, and I'm like, Mandy's like, he's so cute, he's so cute. I'm like, okay. But I took a look at that picture that Mandi put on Twitter, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good looking cat.
Yeah.
He's a good looking cat.
And it was his bedtime.
Yeah.
That's why he came in there and sat there, and it worked out because it looked like a good thing. But I will look at the you mentioned sending an email, Trash Panda. Okay, Presley, I'll look at it right when we get off. It won't drop down here for whatever reason. Hey, Lisa. But yeah, so he's very, when you look at his face, it's very like narrow, like it's very defined.
He's got like jowls though. It's defined, but not jowls, not like fat jowls, but like you're right, like it's
And kind
almost
of
like a Cat in the Hat look.
Yeah.
Almost.
What makes him so cute is he knows that he gets overstimulated with things going on. That's why he likes to go to bed at night. He can't settle down.
If we let him out of his room, as long as there's a light on, you know,
He's
he can
fine.
kind of chill out. But when it's pitch dark, he just starts bouncing off the walls. And I normally don't hear it. I
Wow,
mean, it doesn't
dude.
bother me as much as it bothers Mandi because Once I'm
Well, because he starts to storms.
yeah. And
Storm is very dramatic.
yeah.
Storm is like, we finally took their big flat screen TV box, moved that. That was the whole thing.
Lisa. Yeah. We left the TV box out for about a month, 3 weeks.
Have y'all seen those U-Haul, or you can get them at Home Depot too, but they're to move a flat screen TV. They're just great big square boxes
They're
that
expensive.
slide apart. They're pretty, yeah.
Like $30 a piece for them.
When we put the TV in our room, when we finally did it, the box was sitting there and it turned into Storm's throne, and I knew it would. And then it turned into a wrestling ring. So whichever cat was on the box, the other cats would fight in the ring for it.
But then they started to coexist on it.
Yeah. But
Like-
today I was on a cleaning spree and all the cats were asleep. So I took the box and slid it right out the front door. And Storm gets up and she's like, what the hell?
Where's my box?
Where's my box? And then Scout's like, yeah, where's the box?
Yeah, I mean, we bonded over this box and then you took it away.
Okay. You pray Thursday. Michaela goes to the orthopedic surgeon and can see if she can
Well,
put
you know
weight on her
what?
thing.
We're gonna think about each other, Michaela, because I will be fasting on Thursday. Mandy will be feeding me broth and trying to keep me from getting completely ornery because my colonoscopy is at 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday.
We should do like a 24-hour stream.
I just sit there. I look like Grumpy Cat.
Then he'll be like, I've got to go to the bathroom again.
I just want to eat. I mean, I just want to eat.
That's why last time when
this guy right here eats more than me.
When we screwed it up last time, and he was like, I got to do it again until tomorrow at 11. I said, oh, no, the hell you don't. You tell them you'll get back with them in a month or so.
And even the doctor didn't.
Yeah,
that's
he should have
probably-
just.
There was one nurse that kind of almost talked me into it. She said, "What? It happens." I said, "So it's pretty routine." And she was like, "Well, it can be." And it was like, "No, people don't do this."
My
That's
pup
correct.
cost me $12,000 in vet bills. How funny they can always find the money to save them. And she got donations and things like that for that.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say there's probably not much like question about it. If they're like, we can save him, but it's gonna cost. We'd be like, well, whatever it is.
We can eat ramen for another week.
Yeah.
I mean,
You have a steel set. I won't. Oh, about the yeah. My parents won't do the colonoscopy. They don't want to do the prep for it. They don't want to have the procedure. They just won't do it.
you know, Jude, I have this test in the box. I just have this, like, you know, I'm at the age when I hit 50 and you start to, you know, see your friends that you went to high school with, and, you know, some of them have died of cancer, and it was like something that, you know, most doctors will say, like, especially like colon cancer, if it's there, it's been there. And you know, so if you discover it in stage 3 or 4, you know, like a prostate exam will catch it in stage, or stage 1, where it's treatable. It's very routine. And I just have this fear every time I get like a pain in my side or whatever. I'm like, is that my pancreas? Is that so? You know, when I did my 50 and over physical, we didn't get through the colonoscopy before COVID started. So it's been like, you need to do it. You just do it.
But we did buy the test kit and didn't do it.
We did. It's still sitting.
It was
but you know what? The
expensive,
people
too.
at my work, it's like 50-50. There's people that are like, hell no. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna.
my parents won't do it.
And I'm like, well, what if you get like cancer? And it's like, well, that'll be my own fault, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that people that it saved their lives. You know, they've gone in for a colonoscopy and they
It's
find the
very
polyps
treatable,
or
right?
whatever, and they see the polyps, then they can get them out before it morphs into something different and spreads to the rest of your body.
Wow.
So that's, you know, I don't know how I would forgive myself if I had the means to prevent it and didn't. So that's just my swag at it, you know.
Says our let it go. Let me scroll up. Question:
Well-
do you have to shut the door when you want to fool around? Because my poodle just wants to get right in the middle of it. Let it go. Let me.
The box test. She said, have you
It's-
tried the crap in the box
We
test?
have that. Interesting that you asked that. Let it go. So Sean likes to be in the nude most of the time once he's getting ready for bed. That's just a thing. I'm not that I'm more modest. I get cold and I'm not comfortable. So there's a lot of times I'll be in a t-shirt and underwear, right? But if I go into the bathroom and we're getting ready for bed, he hasn't been put on the bed yet, and I come out naked, this is kind of sad. He runs to the other room because he knows.
He knows it's about to be on like Donkey Kong, you know, it's like.
So yes, he does.
He normally barks and says something like gross, and then he runs, you know.
And it's not, and that's why I'm like, I don't know whether to be like offended, but he knows that if I have all my clothes off, that he's gonna need to go lay low, and he's going. Even the cats follow him.
And what I was going to say was
interesting that you asked. Normally I wouldn't answer that, but
I try to keep clothes on because it's just not fair to Mandy for me to be walking around like that all the time.
He's on edge though. Like if you get under the covers and he's like, and then I come out the bathroom and he's like, oh hell,
oh no, he jumps off the bed,
and then after everything's all squared away or whatever, you'll see him like come back in,
you know.
Isn't that funny? Like, because, you know, ladies afterwards, you go potty or whatever and whatever. And then you'll see him turn his head around like this. Yeah. And I'm like.
He'll look at me. I normally have one vertebrae barely holding on. I'm panting. And I'm about 3 minutes later, I'm snoring. Mandy's getting the paint out. She's going to paint the house and do dishes and stuff like that.
I'll be like, be right back. I'm going to go run a lap.
Yep, she's going to like.
Exactly. He says something like, oh, gross. It's going to be so loud.
Yeah, he says something
like,
they heard me say that.
He used to go under the bed. Now he's like, no, that's not even safe. So he goes,
if
we change it up, then and it's louder with the headboard that he's goes.
We make jokes like Sawyer's out there with the cats and they're in there doing it again. Not a puppy or a kitten. Nothing. They're not doing it right.
And they're like, and I'm trying to figure out if they have a litter. They don't have but 4 nipples between the 2 of them. How are they gonna?
That's just gross. I mean,
she's only got 2,
I don't see an egg. Not an egg has come out of it. Nothing.
Come here. I'm gonna show you Scout. I'm gonna show handsome Scout right before we go.
Here comes Scout.
I have to act like I'm not gonna pick him up.
See, he's out here. I think he knows that Ellie is somewhere.
He does. He'll start going.
He tried to get away from you.
He wants to go to bed.
Look, this is Scout.
Look how handsome he is, Scout. Show them how handsome you are. Tell me that's not a handsome little boy. That's a handsome boy.
He is cute.
What's on you? He looks red with that light. Anyway, that's Scout, and he wants to go to bed and speak. So now Sawyer has to solve that.
So when I get up, about whenever I have to get up, I let him out of his little room back there, and he is the sweetest thing.
Michaela, I wish I wasn't bedbound. You want me to send you some Halloween? Oh my gosh. He's biting. Sawyer Brown. He wants to play with him. I don't know. I don't know where Paula is today. Having a colonoscopy is easier than it sounds, but they'll give you a little propofol, and bada bing. Yeah. Should I bring him on when he's all like wasty pasty?
You just do like a little short, like when.
Michaela, I will send you some candy if your brother will give it to you. Like for real, I'll send you some candy. I need to send out 2 ring lights, candy.
So there'll be some room in.
Mama Ricky, space. I still have the necklace. It came back. Well, I have it. I need to send it. Remember when
Ricky said send it to somebody who.
Okay, well then we'll.
But I mean. All the stuff that's in that room right there.
Let it go.
If we send out some giveaways, there'll be some room.
It wears off in seconds once it stops.
Wow.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's cool.
They don't give you a Valium or anything. I would. I absolutely would, Michaela. But you need to send me your address again, and I'll make that a priority. I will get that out by Friday. A couple of poodleback. I have the ones like so. I've got all of it. Karen loved it, and I went and got 2 more for her boys. I'm gonna, now that I've gotten everything squared away before I paint the living room furniture, I'm gonna get everything together and we're gonna mail it out. Well, it can't be this Friday.
He's about to get his feelings hurt.
This Friday is a tight Friday, but next Friday.
Well,
I can mail it all out.
Before or after you get your hair done,
Yeah, send it on Facebook for sure. I can't believe you work there and you can't get a discount or get it done for free or anything like that.
Well, I mean,
if you work at the Gap, you get clothes 50% off. Why would you not mail stuff for 50% off if you work at the post office?
I have great benefits there, Mandy.
Not free mail.
Not free mail.
Anyway, and then okay, I'm terrified of it, Lisa. My friend had one and it woke up some parasite in her that ate her small intestine. She swears it wasn't the colonoscopy that activated it, but I will never do it.
Hey, I don't need to hear these
stories. Of course,
stories.
Michaela.
Tell
and
these.
I will let you, my promise to you is I'll get it out and I'll tell you when I get it out.
Wait till Saturday before you tell these stories.
Well, that they say that's why sometimes when a elderly person falls and breaks their hip, then cancer kind of goes everywhere.
Really?
Because it's somewhere in there.
And also your like immune system is down.
Yeah. You like chocolates are all different kinds, Michaela. Do you like the teeth pullers, like the Laffy Taffies and stuff, or what? No, I will, Sean. Do not let me forget that.
Michaela, do not let me.
But it won't be able. Just know that it'll be going out like a week from Friday, or the 28th. Yeah.
28th. So you should have it by the 1st.
2 poodle backpacks. Look, they're fighting. 2 poodle backpacks, 2 ring lights, candy. Okay, we can do this.
I'll just bring the 2-ton.
Don't feel bad, Jude. He's joking. He's never serious when he says stuff like that.
No, I'm good.
There was a friend that I used to work with, 100 ghost bags, glow-in-the-dark paint now to fill them. Gosh, Jude. I love doing goodie bags for Halloween trick-or-treaters. That's my favorite. I'm just making sure I saw everything. Chocolate. Got it. I had a friend that I worked with that was going to some holistic doctor that said we all are ridden with parasites. And he was having her eat this concoction that had like crushed oyster shells and kind of like the chickens. Wow. They're supposed to eat those to help with parasites or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was a mixture of like oats. Hey, Christine. Oats and shells and pieces of shells, and it was supposed to get rid of all of the parasites. And I'm like, well, do you have parasites? She goes, well, a lot of people do. And I said, but do you? And she's like, I don't know. Well, before you eat that, I mean, I'd find out if you had some parasites.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it.
Don't eat it just to eat it.
I know you are, Karen. I know you're totally teasing, but I do have them. I did get them, and I have all of my stuff. Even Angela, I had a box with a big book and chocolates and all kinds of stuff to send her, and we moved, and it never got sent, and now she doesn't like me, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
But, are you almost ready?
I'm ready, baby.
You're tired?
77 minutes tonight.
I hope my stream didn't make your ears bleed. What?
Stream.
Oh, hey, Let It Go. I hope my stream didn't make... Hey, Let It Go, do you still go into... I don't know where Rich Life is now. Do you still go into his stream every once in a while? Is he still around?
I didn't think he had a stream.
Thank you, Michaela. I will check it. I'm gonna have to go, I guess, the computer, because I don't have the app, but I will get it. I don't know if he does or not, but Let It Go used to happen through there sometimes. If Let It Go is one, she's like a Switzerland. She can go anywhere.
Didn't she find, did we follow her to Rich Life, or did she come out of there to start?
I thought Savage told me about Rich Life.
Yeah. So, but there's people that were in the DC with us, but we didn't really start talking to until we were in the Rich Life streams with them. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Rhonda, you met Rich Life 2 months ago?
She's from there. I told you that. She's from Wilmington, and Whiteville is right. It's
now he's on TikTok. For real? I didn't know she met him.
Yeah, but it makes sense because Whiteville is right up Highway 74, and you go when we.
Zaxby's, baby.
Zaxby, that's right. Y'all jealous. So you remember the long road we came down? It was just we left the highway, and it was just country road all the way into Wilmington.
Yeah.
When we went, so he's on that road, and how far, Rhonda? Maybe 25 miles, right?
She was in Whiteville.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Oh my! He does go to Zaxby's a lot.
Yep. When Whiteville is just this little town, right along that highway.
Is he as manly in real life as he is. What is he driving now? That big RV?
Oh my God.
What does he drive? I don't know what he drives.
Is he back in that house, that little converted garage house that?
Oh my gosh, you're jelly. Yeah, he's like, you're just jealous because I find $10,000
And his big Johnston.
For a while, he was kind of like a cult classic in the community. People were like, what's he up to? What's he up to?
He hooked up with a couple of crazies that he got a lot of mileage off of. What was that one girl's name? Anna, remember?
Sean
Anna?
was a fan of Anna. Not like really,
Anna.
But she was like, that bitch is as crazy as they
She
come.
was crazy as they come. And, Lord knows is that I have an affinity for the cray-crays.
What did he say, Rhonda, when you said, hey, are you rich? Like, what did he say? Me, myself, Zombie are going to be reviewing Pete's Dragon sometime tomorrow on a live. Christine, I'm going to try to stop by and see that. He lives in his brother's sister's office.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is his brother is transgender.
Okay.
And when he decides to talk trash about his brother, for a while he didn't, but now he does. Because I think his brother just would like for him to do something other than lay across the bed and eat fast food.
But in the office has a shower and a toilet, right? But it doesn't have a kitchen.
No. Rich Life was very, very close to his father. His dad was the one that really, really took the time with him. And when his dad died, I think it was pretty devastating. And
because he's my age, I think. Rich Life is like my age. So
I'm eating ramen tonight. Oh, Megan. He so that's when he talks about his dad, he gets pretty somber. I think his dad taught him how to do a lot of stuff and stuff like that. He's very nice. I spoke to him first, of course. He remembered my name from YouTube and said TikTok, just small talk. That's very cool. His mother said he killed his father by worrying him to death. Yeah.
That's not right to say, though.
Yeah, I've heard that too. But his dad would take him fishing and was just really patient with him.
It didn't worry him up.
Glad I don't follow him. He sounds like Elvis Travels. Elvis Travels was another thing that for a while everybody was watching. He finally got too gross for me. I don't even think he's on YouTube anymore.
No, he was another one.
He was getting too
nasty. He's got some deep issues.
Big issues.
Big issues, yep.
Crazy.
I knew that was going to make him so tired. Soy Brown is so tired. Both of them, look at him.
Scout's like, I'm going to go.
They're both like,
Scout copies whatever animal he's next to. He will copy how they lay, how they sit.
Scout.
It doesn't matter.
Not you, Sawyer.
Oh, I'm sure he's pretty hard to live with. That one girl, I'm trying to figure out. So Rich Life has a daughter who now I believe is pushing probably 18 by this time. But, did he plan this child with a woman? Like, how did this, was it a wife or was it a girlfriend? That's the one question nobody's been ever able to answer is how did the daughter come to be?
He'd tell you, that's none of your goddamn business.
He's like, that's my daughter. Oh, Michaela wants you to do the snake.
The slippery snake. Sawyer, say snake. Sawyer Brown.
He's like, he doesn't speak to her. They were married, I think. Okay.
Wow.
That's what I thought. And then he's mad because they take money from his disability, I think. Not a lot, but they take money from the... So I just didn't know how... Was the daughter planned? Was she... And with that...
That's it.
Let's tell the people.
Presley's leaving work.
Aw. We've been on for a bit, Presley. Be safe on the way home, Presley. It's late, but you said it's an hour earlier there.
Yeah, it's an hour, but I know the difference. Like when I leave work when it's dark, how it's super.
$50 a month. That's all he has to pay. Rich Life.
That a month?
Yeah, because his disability isn't that much.
Man.
And he bitches about that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've shared with the child support I had to pay, but hey, I had no problem paying for my girls.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. I waited till mine were of age. Anyway,
yeah.
I didn't want to deal with it. We will talk to you guys later. Presley, be super careful on the way home.
Yes.
And we will see you next time, which hopefully it will be tomorrow because he doesn't have to.
Yeah, maybe we'll get started a little later or we'll go. Shauna, don't worry. I would always tell patients.
Aww.
Yeah.
Night, Presley. Be careful. Night, Trash Panda. Have a good night. Megan, Rhonda.
Thank you,
Let
Lisa.
it go.
Yes.
Jude, have a fantastic night. And we
Always have fun with you guys every night.
We will see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Night. See you later.